guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for S.H.I.E.L.D. issue 1. And before we start talking about S.H.I.E.L.D., just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 79. That show will review all the comics I read this week in one show, and that'll be annotated, but there are no exclusive reviews this week, because there is only 4 comics that came out. So, yeah, just 4 comics. Also, this Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I will have a live Q&A for the new year, so be sure to join me for that. And that's pretty much it. So be sure to check that all out, and let's talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. issue 1. I was really excited to read S.H.I.E.L.D. because I really have been enjoying the show a lot. I did not love Season 1, but Season 2 has blown my mind, and I would say the second half of Season 1 was a lot better, like the last 5 episodes. And I think the show has just improved so much. Really enjoying the characters, and Agent Coulson's always fun, Agent May, everyone. And my favorite character is Skye. Is she in this book? We'll have to see. She's not on the cover, so definitely have to see. But what I was excited about with this book, we have a very popular name and one of my favorite writers, if I can find it, Mark Waid here. And also, it's a show, as you guys know, big TV show fan. So TV and comics, if you can mix both of those, that's always awesome. But what I like here is that this is a comic that mixes the TV universe with them going into the Marvel universe. So it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. without a budget. And I know they've been promoting the comic like that too, and it really is that. So if you want to have Captain America, it's very easy. If you want to have Captain America on a TV show, it's not going to happen because you got Baker Evans, a lot of money. So it's just interesting to see that they could do anything here. They could really think outside the box without thinking about a budget. So that's what I was excited about. Very cool cover. Let's see what's going on in the story. So with this issue, it's mostly learning a lot about Coulson and how much he knows about the Marvel Universe, which we already knew that he was a very smart agent, or else he wouldn't be director on the TV show, but you just see it more in the Marvel Universe of the 616 universe, comic book universe. So I thought that was fun. You learn a little bit more about the other agents, like Agent May, Simmons, and Fitz. And then you have 2 other extra agents, which I didn't really know anything about. They're just like, oh, are you the new Thor? And she's like, no. I didn't know who they were. Like, at first I thought it was Mockingbird, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because Mockingbird's already in their universe, even though you never see her. So I was a bit confused on that. But mostly the issue's about them trying to tackle something going on with the Thor Norse world. There's a lot of Thor villains coming in, and you get to see, like, all the Avengers help. You see a lot of cameos, like Captain Marvel, Valkyrie was a big one, so they're all trying to protect the Rainbow Bridge, and it ends up breaking. And that's pretty much the whole issue. Now for me, I'm not a big Thor fan, but I did enjoy this issue as just a setup issue. I think if this was like issue 3, I wouldn't enjoy it as much, but it's issue 1. It set up what the series is going to be, and it's going to be always interacting with different Marvel heroes. Next issue is Miss Marvel, which I'm super excited for. And I think the artwork fits really well. It's really well drawn here, and I think they look exactly like the actors too, which I think is important. But they don't focus on it too much that it's like sloppy and they're trying too hard to look like the actors. I think it was just really perfect the way they did it with Agent Coulson and Agent May and Fitz and Simmons. I just thought they looked very much like their characters. I think Simmons probably was the one who's off the most, but overall pretty well drawn, and the artwork is really great for the series. And like I was saying, it's mostly set up, just showing what you can do and learning more about Coulson. Now here are my negatives though. One, Skye's not here, so I'm a bit upset about that. Hopefully she'll join the team soon, but it might be just because they don't want to talk about Skye because of that big cliffhanger, and I don't know if they would know what to do with her. And I feel like they kind of stole the characters without their background. So, you know, Fitz, he doesn't have his problem after season 1, so like what point are we trying to read these characters? Do you think about the show? Like, in my mind, I don't know what mind frame I'm supposed to be in reading this book. Are you supposed to think that Fitz went through the things he went through? That's what I do not like about tie-ins. You never know what point you're supposed to think about. And here, it seems like they're using the characters, but really not using the stories from the show, and that kind of annoys me. I want to see at the point they're at now and how they would interact with the Marvel Universe, but that's also really hard. How do you do that? And I think that's why these tie-in books are so hard, because, you know, TV shows go on hiatus and comics come out every month, so it's just really hard to coordinate what's going to come out, what's delayed, and what's not. And follow a show like S.H.I.E.L.D. that just progresses very quickly, especially in season 2. So it's interesting. I'm feeling a little conflicted with that, but I think if you just think of a mind frame of these are the characters and don't focus on the characters and their stories in the show, then I think you should be okay. It's just like, oh, here are the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of the 616 universe tackling these 616 problems. Don't think of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of the cinematic universe. Just think about it as, like, usually when you're watching a new cinematic universe movie, you do think about the comics, but you think about them kind of as new characters and new situations, and you utilize the situations of the cinematic universe. So I think you just have to do vice versa with these characters. So overall, I thought this issue was very solid. I'm not a big fan of Thor's. I don't know if I love the villain, but I did like the action for it. So overall, I'm going to give S.H.I.E.L.D. a solid 4, especially for a week that's a bit more lackluster. I do think $4.99 was a bit expensive, but you get a lot of pages. I think Mark Waid has these characters really down, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know where this is going to go for the long run. Again, I've already told my problems with it, of how it connects to the TV show, but I'm still very excited to see where it goes. And again, I think Mark Waid will do a great job with it. So overall, I'm going to give S.H.I.E.L.D. issue 1 4 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Oh, and also, don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. Bye, guys.